More What If Alt Hist shorts. What is there? China is ready for war. Hold on. China is ready for war. Let's check that out. China is going to invade the USA tomorrow, I guess. Can't wait to find out how that works. Let's check it out.
The first thing is that China has literally done everything it would do if it were to invade Taiwan. They stockpiled several years of food, oil, iron, and all other necessities. They literally said they were going to invade Taiwan.
This guy is literally just making shit up as he goes along. Like, there's nothing else to say to this.
And they massed their army and naval forces to do so last year.
They masked? Did he say They masked?
Ah, I'm consuming.
Or masked? I think he meant masked. Hold on. The only way to repeat a short is to go to the beginning. So let's see.
China has literally done everything it would do if it were to invade Taiwan. They stockpiled several years of food, oil, iron, and all other necessities. They literally said they were going to invade Taiwan, and they massed their army and naval forces
to
do so.
What does that mean? So the evidence of them masking their army and naval forces to do that is with them flying through disputed airspace that they have already believed to be theirs anyway. So that's them masking their... What the fuck? You're going to have to do better than that.
Last year. They also pushed anti-American and anti-Indian rhetoric.
Anti-American and anti-Indian rhetoric to a fever. That's so fucking funny because the USA has been the one, like, antagonizing China. And then China responds in kind. And they are the ones who are apparently, like, pushing the rhetoric to a fever pitch. Like, China is like guilty of, I don't know, something here. China, the country that's here, while the US has like military bases like here, they are the ones who are being aggressive here. That's always the narrative.
Their nation literally to prepare for war. It's kind of funny where I and a friend who's a CEO who runs...
What? I and a friend who's a CEO? What the fuck is this? Like, this is like it came to me in a dream quality. My friend who's a CEO, by the way, he's really important. He told me this.
A geopolitics consulting firm.
A geopolitics consulting firm. I cannot imagine someone with a worse, like a more worthless opinion than someone who runs a geopolitics consulting firm. It's like going to someone who works for the Heritage Foundation and asking them about economics. A geopolitics consulting firm. My friend, who definitely exists for one, this unverifiable friend, he is a CEO, right? Not just a CEO, but he's a CEO of a geopolitics consulting firm. Which one? Who is he? You're just going to have to believe me. And he told me that everything that I already believed is correct.
Predicted that the Chinese would attack Taiwan last spring.
And they didn't, so it looks like his opinion was fucking worthless.
Because all of it just added up, but then they just didn't. The US military thinks China is aiming to attack Taiwan sometime around 2025.
Well, that was fucking insane. And it's funny because China invading Taiwan would destroy like the only reason they have to invade Taiwan aside from just like nationalism, which is the semiconductor factories. So I gotta say, the chance that China invades Taiwan is low. Is very low. Not to mention how fucking incredibly difficult it is to launch like a sea invasion of an island, especially these days. So it would just be incredibly counterproductive in pretty much every way, shape, or form. Because the thing that's used, like the only thing about Taiwan that's practically useful, the semiconductor factories and the people who live there, invading Taiwan rather than seeking peaceful reunification would alienate the people who live there.
I'm consuming.
And it would also like destroy the semiconductor factories. So you have to like look at it rationally instead of thinking about the Chinese as like aliens who just like want to destroy for the sake of destruction and say, why would they do this? And rationally, there's not really any good reason for them to do it. So people like this have to sort of create like a narrative that they're going to do it anyway based on what? I don't know, nothing. Because his CEO, his friend who is a CEO of a geopolitical consulting firm, trust him on that one, said that China was going to invade and then they didn't. That's the evidence. Wow, blistering evidence right there. And then he cites the US military. Wow, I'm convinced. It's just a joke. What if Altist is, he doesn't disappoint. I'm in love with him.